Welcome back to the show. You know, the pandemic changed our priorities in so many ways. And so a lot of people are looking to brush up their resume as they seek a new job or even a career change. But today, it's not enough to have a resume that will catch the human eye. It also has to ring true with the search engines. And here to share more, along with tips for a job-winning resume, is Rob Rosales, a national certified resume writer. Thank you for coming in.
Well, thank you, and good morning, Amity. Thank you for inviting us to be here today.
Absolutely. I know so many of our viewers will be delighted to benefit from this. Let's talk about how technology has changed resumes. It's not a hiring person just glancing at anymore, right? There's two factors you got to get through, right?
Absolutely. Evolving technology has dramatically changed how resumes work. So the problem is that most job seekers fall back on dated standards and technologies that leave them at a big disadvantage. For best results, you must write your resume for two audiences, two distinct audiences. First is the ATS system and the human reader.
ATS?
ATS, Applicant Tracking Software System.
All right.
That's the AI that reads your resume.
So you have a few tips that'll help kind of get past that ATS, right?
Absolutely. Start with using a simple format, Calibri, Verdana, Arial. Use simple formatting structures like bolding, underline. Don't use fancy fonts, fancy graphics. Don't use text boxes, tables. No, don't do that. Don't use a functional summary, and don't use a multi-column format.
Okay, so basically everything that Microsoft Word is telling me to do and they show me the fancy resume, don't do it. Just open a Word document and get it done?
Exactly. Unfortunately, there's just a lot of templates out there that really aren't compliant.
So you say keywords also really, really matter.
Absolutely. Keywords are the words that the AI software is looking for. It identifies specific skills, accomplishments, traits, and if it doesn't see those, then your resume may not pass the test.
Okay, I see on there it says focus on hard skills, soft skills, important, but less so. That's really good to know.
Absolutely. Hard skills are things like technological skills, certifications, your education, even a foreign language is a hard skill.
You've been saying I know how to proficiently use Excel?
Exactly. MS Excel.
All right, perfect. When it comes to the human reader, so finally it gets past AI, we hope, right? When it comes to the human reader, the hiring manager, recruiter, how should we think of our resume when presenting it to them?
That's a great question, Amity. Thank you for asking, because your viewers will recall the scene from Marvel's Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Seven Rings, or the 10 Rings, however many rings.
I love that we're using a Marvel reference right now.
Exactly.
Okay.
But you recall that scene where the archery instructor turns to Katie and says, if you aim at nothing, you hit nothing. The same can be said for a generic resume.
Okay.
Yes.
So you need to make sure, along with the cover letter, are people still using cover letters?
Cover letters are still in.
Okay, cover letters are still in. So along with adjusting your cover letter, you have to make sure your resume adjusts to meet this job that you are applying for.
Exactly.
I mean, it's a lot of work, but if you want a new job, you want a new job, right?
Exactly.
All right, you say that objective statements are out. What is the right thing then if you don't have an objective statement?
Absolutely. No objective statements.
Okay.
Instead, you want a profile summary.
Okay.
A profile summary gets the reader's attention and tells them what it is that you're all about.
Got it. So let's do, I think we have a before and after, right? So let's look at the objective. Show us where that is right now.
So on this before statement that your viewers are seeing, it's typical. It starts with the applicant's information and then goes right into experience. The problem with this is it leaves it up to the reader to try to figure out what you're all about.
So responsible for development, how would you change that?
In our next example, what we'll do is we've used a very specific target, executive assistant. In this example, we have a branding statement, and we have a succinct profile summary, followed by a skill section that are all relevant to the job target.
Wow, this is such great information. Like, I never want to leave this job, but I kind of want to take a picture of this right now.
Absolutely.
Do you find that young people may not really know how to write a resume?
Well, so it's everybody. It's all about targeting and marketing, because what you're doing, Amity, is you're marketing yourself, right?
Right.
And it's very hard to do that for most people.
You have to brand yourself. You have to market yourself.
It's branding. It's the objective insight that requires to say, you know, what it is about me that's valuable, right? Sometimes we need somebody else to help drag that out.
So I have a question. I know you're not a career counselor per se, but you're kind of close to it.
Yes.
Does it help when people go get certifications?
Certifications?
Thank you. Oh my gosh, easy for me to say, UCLA major. So certifications, does that help, you know?
So certifications show that you're invested in your work, that you've done the work, you've done the expertise, you've shown your ability to do that job, whatever it is. And so employers look for that because they know that you can do it.
So should we list all of our work experience? By the way, I've always wondered this. Like if I've been working for about 20 years, just the last few that are important?
Absolutely not. The resume is not a historical document of all the tasks that you did for all your previous employers. It's very targeted.
All right. Thank you so much for your time. This has been so very helpful. How can people find you if they have more information?
If you need help or require more information, go to resumeexperts.thenrwa.org, and you can find more resources and even somebody to help you.
That's great. Thank you.
Thank you, Amity.
All right, the National Resume Writers Association, again, is a nonprofit organization with so many resources for job seekers. All the downloads are free of charge, including resume tips as well as career strategies. The information is on our website if you didn't get all that.